Hi, I'm Robb Robinson, Honorary Research Fellow, University of Hull, and our question for today is, which Hull and East Riding School was home to a Titanic survivor? Enter our story and Algernon Barkworth. Algernon Barkworth was a landed gent. He lived in Tranby House in Hessle. He had a private income, didn't really have to work for a living, and in 1912 he bought himself a £30 ticket to join the Titanic's maiden voyage, which he did from Southampton. On board he befriended a couple of other people and they used to play cards well into the night, every night. On this particular night, on the fateful night, he decided to stay up to adjust his clock when they moved on the hour. And he heard the noise or the kerfuffle that came about as a result of the iceberg hitting. What he did then was he went back to his room, got his big fur coat and his bag, and he came back up onto the deck. The ship was going down quite rapidly by then, and he leapt over the side. 30 feet he jumped into the ice-cold water. He was one of the few people who was to survive as a result of jumping into the water, not being on a lifeboat. He grabbed hold of some wreckage, held on to that for a while, reckoned his coat kept him reasonably warm, and eventually he was dragged onto a lifeboat. Once on the lifeboat, a lady lent him part of her shawl, and he was rescued. He came back to Hull, to Hessle, and he spent the rest of his life as a country gentleman. But for that one moment, he was part of one of the world's greatest maritime stories, or most notorious maritime stories. When he died in 1945, he bequeathed the house, Tranby House, where he lived in Hessle, to the Education Authority, and it became part of what is now Hessle High School.